common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing. Had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another live episode of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
We are here. What is today? Thursday? Man, everything's blurring together. Been so a busy week so far. But we got some decent news out in the cryptocurrency ecosystem today. We're going to talk about Coinbase and the BAT listing and whether you guys played that right. We're going to talk about a cryptocurrency that a lot of people were talking about that is now been proven a scam, as the team and the founders are nowhere to be found, and the price continues to plummet. I mentioned this on the show live on air before. People asked about it. I said I'm not interested. I heard it was some fishy things going on behind the scenes, and that has finally been put out in the public. As well as traditional companies continuing to make gains off of Bitcoin, meaning people are buying Bitcoin via their platforms and they are reaping the benefits even during the bear market. People are continuing to accumulate Bitcoin as well. We talked about this a few days ago where 5 wallet addresses accumulated 133,000 Bitcoin in the matter of 4 weeks, worth $850 million. A lot of suspicions that these are future whales and institutional investors, etc. And they were accumulating around these 6,000 levels, kind of propping up the market, which we've been talking about, that the software has been showing as well. The selling volume is increasing, but the price is remaining the same, and we even had a nice little pop here in Bitcoin as well. That means the composite makers are accumulating while the retailers continue to get shooken out. You got anything to add over there, Todd, before we jump into this?
I'm rich, bitch!
No, I ain't got not too much. Been working on the software. It's starting to load some data, so we're cool about that. So just anxious for that, really. That's kind of why I wasn't live yesterday, just having some issues and trying to get it all done, because I think that's going to be the answer to a lot of our issues. We picked the high and square yesterday, so the software has proven its worth. Just got to get it where it's available for everybody and quicker and faster, and get some sectors made up, etc. So
we went ahead and we're going to pick a winner from our ZEN giveaway from last night's or the night before live show. Also tonight will be a Horizon ZEN giveaway show, so make sure to hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed, what are you doing here? Hit that subscribe button and leave a comment in the comment section below with your ZEN wallet address, and you are entered to win 1 full ZEN, currently worth $15. So get in that, my friends. We like to give back to you guys, and let's just get started. And man, your microphone's a big limp brisket over there. What is going on with that?
I don't know what's going on. I don't want to touch it. Gary O'Connell, what's up?
Where you been, Gary?
Gary and I talked Skype it, but he hasn't been in here in a while, so he must be up working late.
All right, so the market cap is at $214 billion. Bitcoin dominance down 0.1% to 52.2%. A little red across the board. Bitcoin still above 6,400 at 6,443. Ethereum still holding above 200. So we are giving up some of the gains, but we're still net positive for this week and these past couple days so far. XRP performing the worst out of the top cryptos, down 7%, but still right around 50 cents. We were having buys on that here on the show at 41 cents as well as 45 cents, and even said you could lighten your bag if you're wanting to do short-term trading on it. I'm still holding the XRP that you guys made me buy at 41 cents. We'll see what the software or the charts look like on that in 1 second. Nothing to brag about. Really, everything's down. Zcash is up 5.8%. Probably some people who are taking profits on the Bytecoin listing today and trying to gamble and say that Zcash is going to be next to get listed to Coinbase Pro and Coinbase and hopping on that train. My opinion, I don't really think Zcash is going to be next. I think the best opportunity is probably XLM, Stellar Lumens. I think has the highest probability. Of course, ADA and Zcash are on that short list as well. And we do know that a government agency did approve Coinbase to have XRP custodian offerings. Now, that means they can take and store XRP for individuals, but we are yet to see if that means that they can actually list XRP in the future. Biggest winners for today, Eternal Token up 41%.
Show me the money.
Wax up 16.43%. Somebody was saying don't touch esports tokens, but Wax has rallied about 25% over the past 3 days. Decentraland, Mana, the one cryptocurrency I just can't wrap my head around why there's value to it. Very odd, but up 9%, and Barry Silbert and others really like Mana and are paying upwards close to, what is it? I think there's a $1 million land purchase on this digital ecosystem, so that's interesting. And then PundiX up 6%, but still hovering around 25 Satoshis. Kind of stuck in this trading range that we've been talked about. The order book is full on both the buy and sell side, so something's got to give there in order for this thing to make any kind of real movement. We'll toss it to Todd and see what you got going on here for a little bit. And shout out to Jet with the $5 super chat. Is Litecoin going to the moon? Now that they have the Lit IM, I think Lit IM is where they can pay via SMS. We've always been fans here of Litecoin. It's a large cap that has a strong name within the crypto community, has a big crypto Twitter, crypto community following, and on top of that is going to have institutional access, meaning it's on Coinbase, it's on Gemini, it's going to have institutional access via these other components as well. It's on Grayscale, and I think it's going to catch a rally in the bull run as well. Some people question what is its utility. Well, it's very similar to Bitcoin, but a little bit faster. So people are like, okay, well, we can just have Bitcoin, and that's going to scale with Litecoin, with Lightning Network. Well, Litecoin's also on the Lightning Network, and really what Litecoin has going for it is it does have better merchant adoption. They are working out things with LitePay and many different other opportunities for merchants to accept Litecoin. As you know, we do have LearnCrypto.io, and we have a WooCommerce plugin, and of course, Litecoin is on that list as well. And I just think that it is going to be around. It's going to be here to stay. It has great development. And then on top of that, it is the test net for Bitcoin. So it does implement new technological features and advancements faster than Bitcoin gets around to doing. And so far, that's been pretty positive. They adopted SegWit first. They started testing on Lightning Network first. And that's been positive in the past. I think that's going to be positive moving forward in the future.
All right, let's go to the Bitcoin chart. The 45-minute we usually bring up. I did mention this overlapping first wave here. A lot of times those are bullish. I don't know how that fits in Elliott wave, but I mentioned you could have an ABC back down here to really the 6,400 level that would need to hold. I guess I'm leaning right now that was a 1 or an A. And we're going to mouse around here and then still see maybe a move up to 67, 6,800. And then if I have a sell there, maybe lighten up a little bit. On the software, I came close, as you know, to a sell on Bitcoin or a sell reading on the technometer, but I've tried to explain that doesn't always mean you want to jump on those just because the technometer goes there. We had the same thing on Ripple. Could have lightened up. It looks like Ripple's pulled back a little deeper than I would expected, but I still think those are good. So, and I wanted to show, this is a new software coming off the Amazon server. So you can see that's a 5-minute Bitcoin USD. Everything is perfect there. So the data is loading. On this chart, the only thing really to talk about would be, you can see down here, this was a new low on the OP in the lower right. And the Bitcoin held price, so that would have told you, and it was oversold, that would have told you this rally was coming. No real divergence up here yet. But you can see that I'm not getting, here's Bitcoin USDT. I'm not getting USDT for a bunch of the coins because they loaded my old symbol list, not the new one. So they're working on that. So we're gradually getting there. And hopefully over the weekend we'll get more stuff filled in. I did want to talk quickly about stocks before we give it back to Nick. We try to give a little bit of stock advice on here. As everybody knows, I was bullish at the lows. I wrote in the weekend review I do at wyckoffsmi.com. I was looking for a rally. I wrote this week I was looking for a continued rally. We did get a sell in some general market indices yesterday and today. This is the DIA, the diamond, or the Dow Jones, excuse me. We went to a 50 at the close today. The Wyckoff wave is what I usually talk about. That one had a sell yesterday. You can see this here. We had the technometer down here at 51 or so yesterday. So, again, I usually now try to put an Elliott wave count maybe on what we're seeing here. You could say we had 5 waves down. This could be an ABC back up. So possibly I'd be looking for an ABC maybe back down, then another ABC back up. But because of that yesterday, I gave the sell on Square. We told you guys that the technometer is killing Square, and it continues to. This buy is the one I gave myself without the technometer, but you can see the technometer actually gave a buy the day of the low and gave a sell yesterday going into the close I gave it. We missed out on what was a $7 or $8 down today. So technometer's back to neutral. So I'm going to guess that we're headed down for a week or so, and then probably hopefully get another buy signal on the technometer, because that buy and sell killed it. And then we still got Twitter. I did not get out of Twitter yesterday. It would have saved me a little bit of pain today. But I didn't get a sell on the technometer on Twitter, so it might hold here and still work higher. I want to show UUP, the dollar. I still think this is some type of triangle maybe that ended here. So this might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to say I'm going to sell the next high in the dollar. I think that's going to then put the wind really behind the back in the cryptos. So I'm going to let the dollar go a little bit higher maybe here. It is overbought in the technometer. Being short some here probably wouldn't hurt. And here's the metal still, ABX that we're long. Technometer 47. Force is turning up. So I think this is still maybe catch this uptrend line and continue higher. So that's it. We'll come back later and talk a little bit more about some crypto charts with the software.
Sounds good. So the first thing, obviously, finally, we've been talking about this. We gave buys on Basic Attention Token in anticipation of a Coinbase listing.
Buy!
Had some nice rallies from Coinbase Pro, but finally today, Coinbase.com and Coinbase Mobile did add Basic Attention Token for all of its users. Now, we did... Yep. I've been having these same targets from the very beginning. I said target number 1 was always 5,500 Satoshis, with target 2 at 6,000 sats. This morning, we did break through the 5,500 Satoshi mark before the Coinbase news, and I said, is 6K stats still in the cards? And I said it needed to consolidate, followed by Coinbase news to make the final leg higher. After the Coinbase news, we actually went to 5,992 Satoshis, so just missing that second target by 8 sats. That is like a penny? So not even a penny, a tenth of a penny. So those targets really worked out, and really congratulations to those of you in the community who capitalized on that. We gave buys at between 2,000 and 22.5K Satoshis, as well as we bought the pullback to 24 cents. And of course, right off that 24 cents, it rallied up into 30s, and then we saw up to 39 or 36 or 39 cents off of that rally as well. So shout out to you guys. The reason I say stick to a plan, and a lot of people were saying, Austin, Nick, we capitalized on some gains at 5,500. I sold just prior to 6,000 at like 58, 59. I made all these gains. That's awesome. The reason you have to stick to a plan is because you need to take the emotions out of it. On the Coinbase rally, you literally had 30 seconds. If you didn't have an order set, you weren't going to get filled. And I don't know what Basic Attention Token is to right now, but it has just shoot the bed. That's all I can say. It's down to 4,800 Satoshis. So that's why we stick to the plan, because this happens so fast you can't react. You need to set your price targets, keep evaluating, and set some orders. You need to have those orders set, otherwise you're not going to get filled. And again, congratulations to all those people who messaged me, thanking me for the trade, thanking Todd for the trade off the 24 cent pullback, and really helping them set some orders there, utilizing Wyckoff method, which can be learned at learncrypto.io in our cryptocurrency trading course.
And it's back to a previous fourth wave on the chart. So really, I'm going to say that because the software, I don't have bad, it did not load, which I'm not happy about. because BAT is one, as you mentioned, that we caught the exact low down here, and then we caught the 24 pullback that was right around here on the BAT USD chart. But I'm guessing that's a completed 5 waves up, obviously with the depth of this reaction. So probably that's a 1, and we're probably going to hold here or slightly lower, then work back higher, I think, and then probably come back down again. Worst case, down to the 3,600. But I personally think it's probably going to try to hold this 4,400 or spring this area. So make a low here, ABC back up, or a triangle, come down and spring whatever low we make here in the next day or so. And then I would think still onward and upward. So
there you go.
That's my thoughts.
We got JG over here says, guys, any feeling about GBTC as part of an IRA? High premium, but for the long-term tax implications, worth a look. Here's my opinion on GBTC. I think there could be gains there. Todd will have a different opinion too, probably. But my thing is, if you're in crypto enough to be watching this show, the purpose of crypto is to hold the underlying. GBTC is as far away from holding the underlying as you can be while still being invested in cryptocurrencies, unless you're trading futures. I mean, that yeah, technically that shares an IOU based off of a BTC holding they have, but that's all it is. At least if you're holding Bitcoin on an exchange, it's an IOU, but Coinbase is holding it. You can withdraw it. You have a public address. You can withdraw it to a private address at any time. GBTC, obviously, you can't do that. And really, the purpose of cryptos is to be your bank and hold the underlying, hold the private key. I would much rather be buying Bitcoin and sending it to a Ledger Nano OS, a Trezor, a private wallet, whatever it may be, than personally buying GBTC in my IRA. I mean, what's your feeling on GBTC, Todd?
I mean, the premium's lower than it has been, so I don't think it's, I would have never recommended it before. I think with the, with the draining down here and some of the premium wrung out, I don't think it's a bad idea for your IRA, but I probably would be in the, I'd want to trade it. So I wouldn't just buy and hold it. I think I would trade it, especially in the IRA where there's no tax implications. So I would do it, but I would trade it.
So you're saying you would buy that if you were trying to trade it for gains over there in U.S. dollars, yeah, I mean, and then you would want to hold Bitcoin, physical Bitcoin outside, obviously, as well.
But the premium's lower than it's been, so I don't think it's as worse to buy. I wouldn't have recommended it before now because it had horrible premium, but I think where Bitcoin's at now, I think it's worth having some money in there.
I'm rich, bitch!
Then just hold that GBTC.
All right. So here we go. This is some big news today. I mean, not too big because I don't think anybody over here owns it. We've always dismissed it, never told anyone to buy it. It's not in any crypto private client group accounts. At least we didn't purchase it. No. In case you didn't notice, Bytecoin BCN developers are also exit scammed. We have covered the misery around Bytecoin on several occasions. After getting canned from Binance and other big exchanges, there are a couple of the team members, probably some freelance community manager, still surfacing from time to time to promise a new roadmap before diving back to obscurity and opaqueness of the Bytecoin desert. Bytecoin has had its pumps and dumps in the past. We've always said that it had some scammy red flags behind the scenes. This is why fundamentals are so important. Obviously, the technical analysis on the chart is capturing the games for us to accumulate Bitcoin and our favorite projects, but fundamentals are what protect us from scams, frauds, BitConnects, Bytecoins, etc. We have never once promoted a project over here that ended up being exit scammed or that was a complete fraud or a complete scam as of yet, knock on wood. And that's because we like to do deep dives into these projects and make sure there's some legitimacy to their claims, no overriding red flags, and of course, you never want to see an exit scam on a cryptocurrency that is in your portfolio. Fluffy Pony himself, he is the Monero's lead developer. You guys probably know who Ricardo Spagni is. Seen him on Twitter. He's got like 1 million followers or something. He said, quote, "The reality is that 82% of the coins were already mined before its public release. So if you did any kind of digging into their block explorer, into their history, you would have seen that 82% of their coins were either being held in one wallet or taken off the market before it was even released to the public, etc. Even if the pre-mined coins weren't done so maliciously, it still means that 82% of the coins in the hands of a person unknown and invisible, it's basically centralizing a decentralized currency and really ruining the whole point of cryptocurrencies to begin with. On top of that, the biggest exit scam thing was they got listed on Binance. Right when it got listed on Binance, it pumped to the moon, and then they DDoSed their own blockchain so that nobody could move them out of their wallets. They sold it to the market. They went ahead and captured their Bitcoin, moved it off Binance, and they are gone. Nobody's heard from them since. I don't know if somebody holds Bytecoin hoping for some random pumps, but if you do, I'd probably just try to get rid of it, dump it, and avoid the headache moving forward, and move it into a project that we like, that you like, or whatever it may be, or maybe move it into one of the possible next Coinbase listings, as I'm sure we'll try to kill that trade just like we did for the BAT token as well. You got some charts over there, Todd, or what's up?
I've got the Bitcoin USD. Software is working on that. I will say the OP, I think, is kicking out some mistakes I'm noticing, but it does show the buys that we had, and then, and I mentioned it on the last show, we did get a technometer reading up here at 48.45, which caught this high back here as well. So again, if you're a little more bearish than I am, you know, and if we're in a downtrend, probably sell 48s and normally buy 36 probably. So 48 would have told you maybe take something off the table. It would have got you out a little bit higher than where we're at right now. And but again, I'm trying to say that we've had overlapping 5 waves up, and maybe this is an A down. We run higher for a day, day and a half, and then come back down one more time. And I guess 6,300 probably would make me a little more cautious than I am right now. But and we're just gonna hope over the weekend more data comes into the software and gets us saying where we need it. Here's XRP USD, because I don't have enough. You know, as you know, I want to bring up USD, USDT, BTC charts, so we're not going to get that done still tonight. I've told them to fix that issue. Here's XRP USD. Let's see if it'll load, because I had him up earlier. So you see the technometer I mentioned here. And again, the technometer went to 51 really when we was around the 50 level. So, you know, would have told you things were overbought here, looking for some type of ABC pullback. So I'm guessing we probably have had that here. So if you're day trading, scalping, I would think probably being along Ripple here. We'll try to come back up here to the 53, 54 level again. Maybe trade sideways here for a week before we go higher. So, yeah, some of the coins got overbought there. I think, let me see, Ethereum USD. Because once the software now is working good for subscribers, that means we're dragging data from our Amazon server and my super WebSocket, which means we've collected the 5-minute data. I'm going to be able to bring up longer term charts. We're going to get some sectors built. I mean, I'm going to be pretty happy when this gets done. So then here was Ethereum. You can see here on the rally here, we went to a 49. So definitely told you up here at 220 or so, a little bit overbought. But, you know, here we are back at neutral again. Same thing, I think a couple days sideways to hair lower. You know, if the technometer comes back down to oversold on some of these things, that'd be right back in on a trade. And maybe what could be a really good rally coming on the next buy signal.
Dustin says to check out Nick USD. Well, that's just going parabolic forever. So go ahead and get on board Nick USD.
Nick USD.
You'll go ahead and triple your bags here.
That's a toilet.
Jax,
easy does it.
Do you have a Litecoin USD chart before I go ahead and do the ZEN giveaway?
Yeah, I got a Litecoin USD. Yeah, it's going to load still a little bit slow, but
thanks for everybody tuning in. While that chart is loading up, make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We are 140 subscribers away before Todd has forced to give away one of our Wyckoff and cryptocurrency trading courses from learncrypto.io. So if you want to see Todd give away a course, spread the word. We need 140 more subscribers for that. Also, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below with your Horizon ZEN wallet address, ZEN. It trades on Binance, Bittrex, any exchange you can probably name. It's already on. Just got added to Huobi today as well. So get that address down there and get entered to win yourself some ZEN.
I mean, there's Litecoin USD. You can see we had a buy down here. Some of these things are going to get moved around a little bit with the software. So you can see down here the OP, new low, oversold. Gave us a buy here. A couple days sideways or lower probably is going to bring the OP to a new low. It wouldn't take much to come over here to a new low and then get another technometer oversold, which would be a really good buy signal again. You might be able to count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. You might be able to count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC, which means here's a good buy. So again, I thought we could slow up our hair, but I still like the action. So I'd like to see a couple days sideways and hold these things. Then we can see if they can work higher after that. Then it'd be
All aboard!
All aboard Litecoin. So that's it for now.
Sweet.
Do your thing.
Give this away. Shout out to everybody in the chat box having some fun out there. That is what crypto's all about. It's about trying to make some money, gaining some knowledge, and having some fun. So shout out to you guys. Thanks for being here as usual. So we are going to be giving away the Zen from this last live show, but make sure to come over to our YouTube homepage and check out all of our recorded interviews, reviews, and crypto tips and tricks. Spread the word, share those, and hopefully we can push this subscribe count to 6,000 subscribers. All right, let's go ahead and grab this. Grab this URL. See how many of you are entered in this Zen giveaway.
Gary, you need the beginner's course. You know nothing.
Yeah, you need to learn step 1, 2, 3 how to buy your first Bitcoin.
Exactly. Because
They know nothing!
All right, guys, 1 in 58 chance to win yourself some Zen. Props to all of you who are active community members, and this is how we reward you. Here we go. And the winner is of Horizon, the privacy coin of the future. QJ. Shout out to you.
Shout out to QJ.
Doll hairs. There you go. There you go. So I'll be sending you that Zen tonight or tomorrow. And make sure you come on the next live show and you say, hey, thanks for sending the Zen, just to verify that we're sending it and to make other people participate in these giveaways. I guess while we're doing giveaways and discussing that, we do have an announcement to make today as we officially have set up a Patreon. And why did we set up a Patreon? Well, because we get tons.
Because everybody's doing it. That's why.
We get flooded with messages on Twitter all the time, and it's not that I don't want to answer them, but guys, I have the real job. We have YouTube, we have private client, we got a lot going on, and sometimes I just can't get around to those. But with Patreon, obviously, that allows us to sit down with individuals who want to become some of our Patreons, to have more intimate discussions, to answer their questions, to look at their charts, etc. So if you want to come over to Patreon, go ahead and check that out. Todd, maybe you can hit that button so the link is in the chat box as well. We have 3 tiers. Essentially, we have a hodler tier, which is $5 or more per month. You don't get any benefits from this. This is more just of a way to support, learn crypto, and maybe you don't catch us live. You only catch us in recorded videos, and that way you're not really giving us super chats, but you feel like you want to give something back to us for the time that we spend on this content. You can go ahead and join there. We have our VIP Limp Brisket tier. This is going to be $10 tier. We will have Patreon-only live shows, at least 1 per month. And our first Patreon-only live show will be this Saturday. So you got a couple days to get involved. The first Patreon-only live show will be this Saturday. And since we're just starting it, there probably is only going to be a handful of individuals in there. So you really have some one-on-one live time with us. We'll look at all your charts, all your fundamental questions, and really have a nice in-depth conversation. Some stuff that we can't really talk about live on the air on YouTube, this is where we can kind of let out some of the deep, dark secrets of some of the projects as well and really continue to position ourselves. On top of that, all recorded videos, including interviews, coin reviews, and crypto tips and tricks, will always be posted on Patreon first from now on. Along with those, we will be including our buy, sell, or hold prices based off the software for like a coin review. Obviously that is not usually accompanied with the video once we post it to YouTube as well. And then lastly, Todd will always be in there sending snapshots from strong buy and sell signals from the Pulse of the Market software so you guys can stay up to date on all the trades that we're making, even though we're not live, because we only do go live 4 times per week and only for about an hour a day. But this will be as Todd is making trades throughout the day. He'll throw it over here for our Patreon users. And then lastly, we have the VIP Pork Blasters tier. This will be $30 and essentially get all the benefits of the previous tiers. You also will be gaining access to a Patreon-only Discord channel. In this Discord channel, me and Todd will be in there nearly 24/7 with detailed TA from Pulse of the Market software, private fundamental discussions, in-depth overviews of Palm Beach Confidential crypto reports. Now, I am an OG. I'm locked in for life to Palm Beach Confidential. I'm not just going to post the report. That is not fair to those who have paid for it in the past, but I will be discussing all the reports, giving you my opinions, giving their insight and their buy up to prices, as well as in-depth overview of their Palm Beach trader stock reports, as I am also part of their stock portfolio and OG'd into that platform as well. If you guys know how much those cost, those are about $125 a month per those, and we're kind of going to be discussing them all built in here at Learn Crypto. And then lastly, you are also going to be entered into a free Patreon-only swag and crypto giveaway, which will be drawn once a month as well, only for the people who follow us on Patreon. So if you want to check that out, it is patreon.com/learncrypto. Hope to have you guys in there. The first fundamental review will be posted this weekend as well. It will be for Icon ICX, partnered with the software reading for a buy, sell, or hold. And then we will be going live this weekend as well for the Patreon users. So hopefully we get you guys in there. And I have a suspicion that there will be a handful of you that join. And it might be a really intimate setting here for a little while if we only have 3, 4, 5 individuals who participate in it. So hope to see you in there. Get over there and sign up if you're interested in having a more personal one-on-one 24/7 access to me and Todd, and it should be pretty fun.
Because I guess I'm hoping to make it where students and I guess people with the software, we can just all try to make sure we're not missing stuff, because I don't have time to go through what's going to be hundreds of charts. So I'm hoping it's just a way where we can all learn more about Wyckoff and do a lot of that stuff live, and maybe start trading more, maybe more day trading, swing trading, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead. Are you done? I'm going to jump on this XLM chart.
Yeah, 1 second real quick. Raziel says, Nick, did you see Skycoin pump 20% simply because McAfee got a Skycoin tattoo? Yes, and about 9 months ago, McAfee would just say the name of a cryptocurrency on Twitter and it would go up by like 50 or 100%. And then also somebody said, Wog said $30 per month or weekly, never use Patreon. That is per month, Wog. So $30 per month is the top one. That gives you access to everything, as well as our Discord, and then as well as Palm Beach Confidential, Palm Beach Trader. We're going to discuss the Pulse on the Market software, of course, plus then a monthly giveaway for Patreon users only. And then on the $10 package, you don't get the Discord with the Palm Beach and all that, but you will have access to anything we post on Patreon, as well as live shows, and all recorded videos will be posted there before they're posted over on YouTube.
Plus, I'll probably try to go into more stock details. I can't do that here because a lot of people doesn't care about it. And we're trying to keep this, much more crypto, obviously. But I think the dollar index, metal, some of that still correlates, Square, et cetera. So we're trying to keep it more crypto related, but I think in the future we're going to want to talk about even some stocks over there, especially people that ask for it. So I want to go to the XLM. The software is not bringing this chart up, which is not making me happy, obviously. I put this up last time we was here. So we definitely had to buy on this ABC pullback. So I'm showing this as 5 waves up, ABC pullback. The most bullish count is this is a 1, 2, and we're working on this 3. I mean, XLM is holding in there extremely well, which makes this count look a little more viable. Because again, if we get sideways for a day or two, this thing holds up, you would expect we could maybe rocket through this wave 5 high and get this wave 3. If not, you're going to call this an ABC to the upside that ended here or going to end, and then maybe another ABC back down to check the 20 cents level again. So I think that's your 2 choices. But for now, it's still holding in there pretty well. So can't complain. And let's look at, let's go back to Bitcoin Cash. I apologize about the software not bringing these up because I feel like I'm trading naked in the pool without the software now. So I'm had the big gain in Bitcoin Cash. We call this pork blaster here, which really is an ending pattern. That would be a wave 4 Elliott wave. So that was probably the 5th. So same thing here. I'm guessing making an A wave low, rally for a day, maybe come back down here again, check 560, and then I'd be probably bullish again, especially if the software lines up. So we'll be watching that over the weekend. Anything else you got over there?
We got Hilton Stone said she just became a Patreon pork blaster VIP. Shout out to you. Dustin Nelson said $30 a month. I'm bullish on that. Yeah, we try to be fair. Look, I've seen some people out there who are $100 a month for their trading calls or Discord or whatever it may be, and that just seems a little absurd to us. We want to make it available to you guys while still, getting benefited for our time that we are putting into it. We're going to be in Discord as much as we can, have daily conversations. Obviously, everybody in there is in there to make money, so you guys will be able to chit-chat with each other. And then since I am OG'd into Palm Beach Confidential, Palm Beach Trader, I think those are very expensive. Those are $125 a month each. I got OG'd in. I've been with them for 3 years, so at this point, I've already paid all my dues. But I'd love to share that information with my growing Learn Crypto community in a proper manner, of course. And then Todd with the software, he's here trading all day, sitting in front of the charts. So we were trying to figure out a way that we can share that knowledge with you guys and really get everybody in the community who's really trying to triple those bags involved more actively. I mean, we try to get here as much as we can, but we do have other things going on. So we go live 4 times a week for like an hour, hour and a half. But that's not enough. Cryptos never sleep. And it'll be nice to be able to interact with you guys whenever we're sitting in front of our computers and try to triple those bags.
But I think also we're trying to prepare for what we think is another bull market. And right now saying we're going to do this in Patreon and it's going to rock and roll, I think, bull market starts off, then Nick's going to be here way more, and there's going to be a lot more going on. So we're trying to launch this new website we're talking about. We're trying to get the software right and go at this hard. So that's what we're doing here.
And here's the thing. On top of that is, I have a great job, great salary job, but it's not my passion. I sit there and crunch numbers for a bunch of people in suits, and a bunch of people who have a lot more money than me, and make performance reports, analyze and do research on different investments and stuff. And really, cryptos is my passion. This community has become my passion. And, we're doing this to where if we get enough Patreon members, plus YouTube and the software and everything really going, that I would step away and put down the salary job to go full-time crypto and full-time what I enjoy doing. Although from the start, obviously, I'd be taking a hit monetary-wise, but, you only live once and you're supposed to be living for your passions. So that's kind of the direction we're trying to go to make it more feasible or more of a living wage. And then, we can be here pumping out even more content, more recorded videos, more daily shows, etc. So that's really the end goal of all of this.
Wogstralian Crypto Hoarder, what's up? You want to comment on the 125 million giveaway on XLM, what it's going to do to price? I mean, I've got the chart up here first.
Yeah, so as far as...
Let me show this chart real quick before you talk, because they're talking about pork blaster, and we've called this. I mean, this is how I had it marked. A huge pork blaster on the daily. And then the chart I just showed is in the pink. So we have done what's possibly a 1-2, which means we are ready to totally extend here. Which, if Bitcoin is bottom, then it's going to look more like, you're going to get a really good 3-4. You're going to probably get a 5 up, and then you're going to get another ABC back down over here, maybe to 35, and then we're totally off to the races. So on daily, that's an extremely bullish chart. Now, if you want to talk about answering that question, then you can jump all over it.
Yeah, I think short-term price appreciation from the airdrop it really doesn't benefit anything. If anything, it might be a little downward pressure if people decide to sell their $25 worth of XLM. I think they'll hodl it. For the people who take the time to do it, I think they'll be holding it. But what I do think it does is it's kind of a marketing tactic to where I think over the long term that it will directly affect price. But like I said, I don't think it's going to affect it in the short term. And I don't think there's a rally right now due to the airdrop. I think the rally right now from XLM is people taking profits from BAT, XRP, and others and buying into XLM due to the chart pattern that Todd was describing. If you like patterns, Elliott Wave, or Wyckoff, all three of those are looking bullish for XLM. On top of the fact that it is rumored that XLM can and may be the next coin on Coinbase. And we just saw what that did for ZRX. We saw what it did for ETC and now BAT as well, allowing an opportunity to make some gains. So,
in more important news, it appears Pornhub paid out their monthly affiliate links because Gary O'Connell just threw us 50
Whoa.
With the pink.
Whoa.
The drug dealer levels of dollars.
All I know is Gary, man, you must have been following the trades or something, made some money if you're tossing around $50 like that. That is awesome. Shout out to you, Gary. Next time, ask a question or something. I feel bad when people just give money on here and don't ask for anything in return.
Don't feel bad. He'll wait till 3 a.m. and then he'll hit me up on Skype.
He's going to charge back, take it back.
He'll get me. He'll hit me up tonight about 3. He keeps me, if anything moves while I'm sleeping, he keeps me posted. So actually, it's a good check for me because he keeps me hot. So appreciate
Show me the money.
What else we got to talk about? Bitcoin's not moving, 6480.
I got this. So U.S. elections were going on the past couple days, and we saw three new crypto-friendly politicians win their governor races. All three have different reasonings for being crypto and blockchain friendly. Some like blockchain technology. Some think that cryptocurrencies can benefit the monetary system, and others like it for more third world reasons, citing the fact that he thinks it's very sad that Brazil, Venezuela, Iran, and all these places are having such monetary issues, and thinks crypto has the possibility to start to stabilize some areas across the globe. So, the vision is really starting to become a reality. The financial revolution is beginning. And if we get more people elected into office that are crypto-friendly, it's only a matter of time before we continue to get more crypto-friendly regulation, ETFs. And we're already seeing the institutional infrastructure be built with backed exchange, etc. And for anybody that is saying that, there's no desire to buy Bitcoin, you shouldn't be buying cryptos, nobody's interested, I will tell you, for a matter of fact, working for a multi-billion dollar company, there is no way you spend millions and millions of dollars on research and development for a backed platform from ICE, from ErisX platform, from TD Ameritrade, Microsoft, Starbucks, Fidelity, Goldman Sachs, and the list goes on, if you are not interested in Bitcoin, and if you are not going to tell your clients to be interested in Bitcoin. You just don't waste that kind of financial obligation and headline risk if you are not pushing it in that direction. That is what is coming. And we've been having buys on the software all around $6,000 and $5,800, saying that somebody is behind the scenes accumulating Bitcoin while you're getting panic shook out because Tone Vase thinks it's going to $2,500. I think you should continue to be accumulating at these levels. We saw a nice little rally. We're around the 6,200 range, went up to 6,500 real quick. It can happen this fast, and it's going to be really hard to catch the train once it gets going, whenever that day comes. And on top of that, if you're in the game, you're making trades like BAT, XRP, like some of these other ones where you're accumulating Bitcoin while still holding some of your favorite tokens. And guys, it's happening. 133K Bitcoin were taken off the market within 4 weeks. That's $850 million. Is that a retail investor? Probably not. The selling pressure is being shown on the OP on the software, saying that selling volume is increasing, yet the price is going up and remaining stable. That means somebody is accumulating and soaking up all that selling retail prices because they got the big dough.
I've got balls of steel.
Got the institutional money or some new whales coming into this ecosystem. And I don't think they're dumb money. That's all I can say on that.
Yeah, and I was going to address a few of the things from some of the YouTube channels, but I don't think I will. I mean, be careful what you listen to, because a lot of people either don't have any knowledge of the game and don't know what they're talking about.
Gary says
about futures and ETFs and shit.
Gary says, "Can I get my money back? I don't like Nick's shirt." Well, what do you want? Do you like the belt? Let's see if you can see the belt on the. Oh, you can't even see it. That's a gold Puma. It's the only brown belt I can find this morning, and man, I don't know where I got it from, but it's just like a gold Jaguar belt. I should be driving a Jag with this belt on.
Someone mentioned ZRX, and yeah, that one's not acting as well here. Coming a little deeper. I mean, it's back to what could be support, but definitely a little weaker than it needs to be. So that one was pretty well still on and needs to find support, I'd say, right around in here or here lower. Bitcoin's still holding here pretty well, 6480. So I still think sideways to higher.
Crypto Bum says, do you guys think in the future everyone will be running a Masternode from their house appliances or be told what to mine, and if caught mining something else could go to jail or get into trouble? I think that's a little far-fetched. I do believe that Masternodes or staking coins really could be almost like the new bank accounts. You're locking up a certain amount of funds and in return getting rewarded. Just like the bank account, you have money in there and you get rewarded, although it's like 0.025% or something ridiculous. It's kind of that same methodology. And I think other people might approach it. A lot of people got into Dash Masternodes. Those are some of the most popular and first Masternodes, and that worked out very well. They got in a $10,000 Masternode, watched it rise to $300,000 while earning a dividend on top of that. That was quite a ride, and even right now during the bear market, Dash Masternodes are still like 150K. Plus, they've been just accumulating Dash or selling for Bitcoin or USD all along, and that's why I love Masternode staking and mining. I can decide every day I earn coins. Do I hold those? Do I switch to Bitcoin? Do I use it for cash? Whatever it may be, while still remaining in the marketplace of cryptocurrencies, which I think has such a high upside objective.
I have to laugh when the software is finally done here, because I know people are talking about trying to follow volume this way and go to Crypto Compare and you can get it all for free. That's all not true. Crypto Compare is not going to give you volume from 96 exchanges for free. Christ, I'm paying $600 a month for that data now to offer it on the software. And I'm sorry to say, no one's got a better mousetrap, nor going to build one. So I've got software from Modulus, which does it for major banks, exchanges, Goldman Sachs of the world. We've got, I'm going to say, the best API feed. And I'm going to say we've got the best 3 custom indicators. If you don't believe that, then go to the other 90 normal indicators that people are trying to play with. So you can't go to TradingView and watch a Bitfinex chart with RSI. That's a joke. I'm going to laugh at you as we move forward. So you've got to figure out some way to watch all the volume. And if you want to figure out your own indicators, cool. But I'm going to tell you there's no better indicators than the OP force and technometer. So if you don't believe that, bring up the chart or square and tell me you could trade it better. There's no way.
Somebody was asking if my opinion on ECA. ECA is one that we liked right around 6 Satoshis and watched it rally to 30. Had a couple swing trades in there live on air while staking that as well. It has come all the way back down to around 7 or 8 sats now. So even if you bought it from day one, you had a couple trading opportunities staking and you're still up a few sats. ECA has a great community. ECA has a lot of partnerships that I think that they might be able to capitalize moving forward. The problem with ECA are the same red flags I brought up from day one. Their token economics as far as circulating supply and total supply are starting to cost them. They just had to reduce their staking rewards from 50% down to 2.5% due to approaching the total supply. On top of that, they're still supposed to have masternodes. There's still talk of masternodes. In my opinion, I do have a math degree. That is not feasibly possible due to the remaining supply and the token logistics that would go behind that and making it incentivize users enough to pay the $15 hosting fee in order to create a masternode on the ECA network. I do believe they probably will have another run during the next bull run due to their partnerships and integrations that they are accumulating. But I still believe that their dev team is kind of lacking lately with having to split up the fork into multiple phases. And I believe that the token economics with the supply is going to cost them in the long run of that project. Another person asked, is Redcoin dead? Redcoin to me has always been an interesting one. It's one that we've talked about, traded a little bit, and staked as well. And is it dead? I think they're just not very transparent or active over there personally. And really one of the target competitors for a project that I'm an advisor on, Rapids RPD, a brand new project. That's really the market sector that they're trying to dig into. And from what I'm seeing, you're going to start to see some really familiar faces pop up with Rapids and the token swap coming into Q1. I think all I can say is I think Rapids RPD is going to be a nice competitor to Redcoin and going to definitely be a lot more transparent with better again, the token economics on a lot of these projects were not well thought out. They were thought out for the short-term gains and not for the long-term potential. And that's the one thing we wanted to hammer on with the projects that we like here, like ZEN and others, and that we built into Rapids as well. So I think that's what you need to start looking at is, you got to get past these coins that were like in it for the quick money grab, and now they're coming close to the total supply and still think they're going to figure out a way to incentivize people to put masternodes and staking on their network. And that's just not mathematically possible, guys. Eventually it runs out, and no longer are you incentivizing users to start securing and verifying your POS network.
And you've got a math degree?
I have a Bachelor's of Science in Applied Mathematics with a minor in Business Administration, a Master's of Science in Accounting,
that's
and
why,
then a
that's why I don't party
CAIA
with
as
you,
well.
Because you're too much of a bookworm.
What else we got? Anything else?
Nah, I need the software up for me to do much more. Like I said, guys, I think once this thing gets going, I think you need to have the course, the software, and then we need to hang out and keep finding these trades because there's nothing better than Wyckoff. So
Jack says, for some reason, my gut is telling me to go all in on BitConnect. Got a good feeling on this one, guys. That's hilarious. Gary says, I've been here for over a year and these deadbeats won't let me take the course. Yeah, that's true.
I told you the beginner's course because you're a beginner.
We backtrack Gary's IP address, and whenever that comes in, denied. We don't accept payment from Gary O'Connell.
Right, Nick's a nerd. That's why I don't take him anywhere where we go to party because he's not good with women.
Art Bricker said, would you recommend a Rapids Masternode? Right now, Rapids is still an ERC20 token. The token swap, as well as the reward structure, are going to be public announced here at the latest Q1 2019. Apparently, development is moving along, and it might even happen sooner than that, guys. That's about all I can say. Once that becomes publicly available, obviously, I will share that with you. Once again, I am on the advisory board for that project, so being transparent on that, not trying to shill it. Do your own research. Go to rapidsnetwork.io, and you can get all that information straight from the source right there.
And I will say, Digibyte is acting a little sloppy. I think the software gave us that a little bit higher. Software was just looking like, I think actually we had a sell signal the last time I brought it up. So hopefully we'll get back to that Monday. But yeah, it's was looking pretty well here till just the last month or so. Then it's acting heavy. So I don't know if somebody's in there selling into this or what, and it'll act better here sooner or what. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I mean, from a fundamental perspective, Digibyte is really expanding, getting more and more exchange listings, and really breaking away from, they're the world's largest UTXO, so they're competitors with Vercoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin, etc. They do have more usability and arguably a more secure network with their 5 algos, but competing against Litecoin and Bitcoin is no easy feat. So they are splitting and creating another use case for their blockchain. They are announced something called Digi Assets, which is almost like a protocol layer on the Digibyte blockchain where other individuals can build tokens, just like Ethereum. And then on top of that, they do have DigiID, which they're integrating into websites. Individuals can use the blockchain to verify their identity, so that way you have no way to get your passwords hacked. I mean, they have 3 value propositions, and yet the market is really remaining indecisive on it. I think it's one of those cheap coins that whenever I have a little extra spare change from a trade, I go ahead and buy another few hundred Digibyte. And that's just how I've continued to approach it. And like I said, if there's a great trade and I have a 0.001 Bitcoin sitting around, I go buy myself 300 Digibyte and just leave it in the bag and let it do its thing.
Now, Clifford says he's going to be sad because we won't be back till Monday. So what's the plan here, Nick? Because I don't know if I'm going home.
Here's the plan.
Snow coming.
Todd's not going home. And if you're sad about waiting till Monday,
right, I might as well get a divorce.
Might as well go gone.
Yeah, I don't go home.
Carrie, you can come down here and join the live show.
I probably don't.
So yes, we're not going to be back until Monday, but we did officially launch Patreon, and if you're $10 or up, we are going to have our first Patreon live show this weekend. Hopefully, I think we're going to do it Saturday. So if you're available on Saturday for a Patreon-only live show, that will be going on, so you can join that. On top of that, I do the Twitter voted, and my next full fundamental review is going to be on Icon ICX, which, again, I will post first on Patreon Friday, Saturday, or Sunday before it ever goes to YouTube. And along with that video, the other special feature is that Todd will analyze it from a technical perspective and put a buy, hold, or sell rating on it with price objectives, which will not be available to YouTube, at least until we go live once again. So get over to Patreon, get on board, and check out the different tiers. We have 3 different tiers depending on what you're interested in, how much you want to get involved with cryptos, and really how much attention you want from Todd and I. And I think it's going to be really awesome. And just with the various communities we're a part of, that we can share that knowledge with you, with Palm Beach Confidential, Palm Beach Trader, Todd's Trading, My Fundamentals, etc.
Like I said, we're getting ready for a bull run. That's what we're getting ready for.
Go ahead and hit the button with the Patreon link so they can jump on that before we head out of here. That's not it.
I just gotta mess with you.
So shout out to everybody that tuned in. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below with your Horizon Zen wallet address for your chance to win. We had a lucky winner today, QJ, who's actually a PCG client. So shout out to you. That PCG account just got a little fatter, and do with what you please with the Zen. But I really recommend checking out their Supernode and Secure Node infrastructure.
That's all I think.
And Wog says, as Adam Sandler once said, do it.
Do it.
Clifford Chapman said, I'm watching for your Saturday show. I'm not even going pee, so I don't miss it. There you go. That is what it is all about. We will be doing that, so get over there. Spread the news about us finally having a Patreon. If you do sign up for the $30 Patreon, keep an eye out for a private Discord link I will be sending you so you can get into that Discord. Obviously, we'll spruce it up, add a few more channels, and make the Patreon page look a little nicer. But the content was what really matters, and we wanted to make sure just to get it live for you guys finally, as the market seems to be finding a bottom around these levels, and we're starting to get some really good trade action from the software as well. Any last words, Todd?
I'm rich, bitch!
That's what I'm ending every show that way.
That's awesome. Catch us on Twitter, guys. Catch us in Patreon. And until next time, stay tuned for your daily updates on cryptocurrencies right here at Learn Crypto. Smash up the likes.
Join the Todd Fund.
Oh, hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you got to be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck. Everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.